Hi YouTube, I'm Bonnie. This is my first ever YouTube video, so I decided that I would start off with just sharing a little bit about myself and why I decided to make this channel. So I am a jewelry artist, a poet, a blogger, an aspiring vegetarian, which I will go into in more detail in another video, and I am a self-proclaimed personal development junkie. And to sum all of that up, you can basically just call me a Pinterest whore, because that's pretty much what I am. I'm addicted to Pinterest. I could easily spend hours going through pins of every genre. Anyway, so why I started this channel was, as a little girl, I was always the fat kid, the teacher's pet, the socially awkward outsider. I was genuinely sweet, but overly sensitive and too naive to understand that there wasn't anything wrong with me. I always just assumed that I had done something wrong, and that's why people didn't like me, that, I had said something wrong, or I was just stupid, or I had embarrassed myself. I thought that I was fat because I ate too much, because I didn't go outside and play enough. With the few friends that I did have, I just assumed that I just spent too much time in front of the TV, when in fact I was actually a very active child. I played a lot of sports, and a lot of it had to do with my my diet, and like I said, we'll go into all of that in another video. But by the time I was in 6th grade, my only real friend asked me if I would be okay with her not sitting with me at lunch, or on the bus, or talking to me at school. She was worried that her other friends wouldn't think she was cool if she was friends with me. And instead of standing up for myself, I capitulated, and I couldn't afford to lose the only friend that I had. And she really was the only friend that I had. So what if she was only my friend when nobody else was looking? It wasn't really that big a deal to me. I'd survive. And, it ended up actually working out really well for me. Well, let me rephrase that. I justified it in my head, because, she would hang out with me after school and not the other kids. And it was my house that she went to slumber party, every weekend. She stayed at my house pretty much. She practically lived at my house. So I was her real friend, and the other kids at school were just her, her buddies that she hung out with at school. But I was the real friend, in my mind anyway. I was too young to understand, the whole loyalty and sticking up for your bestie and all of that good stuff. So basically, my whole life has been this way, pretty much. I'm sincerely nice to people, and then they take advantage of me, and they take me for granted, and they just pretend that I don't exist until it suits them, or until, they need something from me, or they are, having a horrible breakup and they just need somebody to vent to. Well, Bonnie will listen. Well, yeah, because I'm a genuinely nice person, and I want to make other people happy just as much as I would like for them to try to, be nice to me sometimes too, which most people are, it's just when it suits them. And eventually I grew up, and as I grew up, I began to realize that the world does not revolve around me, and people do things and say things for a multitude of reasons, and most of the time, I'm pretty sure that it has nothing to do with me. So once I understood this mind-altering concept, my whole outlook on the world changed completely. I stopped caring so much about what other people thought of me, and again began focusing on what I thought of myself. And my initial thought was that, oh my gosh, I am so fucking selfish. Like who am I to even think that other people put any thought into me at all? So I thought, how could I be so self-absorbed? They're not even thinking about me when they do things, and if it hurts my feelings, it's not because they intended to. And so I felt really bad at first, and I just kind of wanted to curl up in a ball and feel sorry for myself, and watch chick flicks and go through a pint of ice cream, which I think I did actually that first time when I realized that I was being selfish my entire life, when I really thought that I wasn't being selfish, but in a way I kind of wasn't. I've spent most of my life trying to make everybody else happy because I want them to like me, and so I wasn't really focusing on what I wanted or what I liked. I just molded myself around my friends and or my boyfriends, if whenever I did have a boyfriend. If I was with a guy, then my favorite food would be whatever his favorite food was. And if I was with my friends, if they wanted to go to a restaurant that I didn't particularly care for, it was my favorite. I was so excited, even though I didn't really care for the place, but I got to spend time with them, and that's what I was really aiming for. And so I was watching Runaway Bride. I love Julia Roberts. She's amazing. Don't judge me. But and part of the main character's problem is that she's so wrapped up in pleasing men and trying to make them happy that she just kind of sculpts herself into this woman, this perfect woman for the guy that she's with. And then as she's walking down the aisle, she realizes, what the hell am I doing? This isn't me. And so she runs, and that's why they call her the Runaway Bride, because she keeps leaving men standing at the altar. But I realized that, that this woman was me made over, only I wasn't just doing it with men, I was doing it with everybody. I realized that I didn't even know what my favorite music was. I didn't know, what kind of clothes I wanted to wear. I just always kind of wore whatever my friends wore, and it was rather interesting wardrobe, actually. You would think that there were probably about 6 different people sharing a closet. But so I decided to go on this journey of self-discovery, and at the same time I wanted to work on getting in better shape, losing weight, being more healthy, living a healthier lifestyle. So in the process, I started to go through YouTube videos, and I went through music videos, trying to decide what kind of music I really liked, and I went through makeup tutorials to see, if I could find something that would look good on me and make me feel not necessarily sexy. I don't really care about being sexy. It's more just I want to feel pretty without looking like a prostitute or somebody from the Capital District in Hunger Games. I don't want to go through all that. But I have makeup on right now, and it's really light, and I kind of like the way that I decided to go with this kind of natural, clean look. But anyway, back to my story. So I was going through YouTube videos, and I started watching the weight loss journey videos, and everyone seems so amazing. I couldn't resist the urge to join this community. So I started a Tumblr blog and obviously this YouTube channel to reach out and share my experiences and make some new friends and hopefully inspire others along the way. So if you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, comment, share. Links are all in the bottom. And if you want to keep in touch with me, you can follow me on Facebook, on Twitter, Instagram. You can follow my Tumblr blog. You can follow my pins on Pinterest. Some of them will be my pins. Some of them will be ones that I've repinned from other things that I found. So, if you're into the Pinterest thing, you can follow me on Pinterest too. So stay tuned for more videos. And until next time, keep smiling and never stop working towards a better you.